State prosecutors are struggling to keep a boy in custody who is currently charged with plotting a mass shooting and bombing attack on a mall in Kelso.
That's because a lot of the evidence the state plans to use in the case has not been turned over by federal officials yet, and prosecutors are working on a tight deadline. Fox 12's Ward Jollis joins us now in studio with the latest from Columbia County Court.
Yeah, Pete Rio, legally the state can only hold this boy until July 17th before bringing him to trial. The problem, though, is just like you said, they still haven't been given the bulk of the evidence by the FBI. And without that evidence, they really don't have much of a case. In Columbia County Court Wednesday, more uncertainty about how state prosecutors will be able to try a 14-year-old boy accused of plotting a mass shooting and bombing at Three Rivers Mall in Kelso. The majority of the evidence in the case, including messages the boy allegedly sent to people online describing his plans, is still being withheld by the FBI and is deemed inadmissible until it's fully disclosed. A problem for state prosecutors who need the messages to charge the 14-year-old with attempted murder. Another problem, the state is running up against two tight deadlines. The first is a state law that says prosecutors have to try the boy by July 17th or release him from custody. The second deadline, set by a judge Wednesday, requires that the state determine what evidence they'll be using at trial by this coming Monday, June 30th, or else start discussing a release plan for the boy.
Frustrated that he's still in custody. We want him out. We think that he should be out.
Defense attorney Chris Haywood thinks the boy's release is overdue. He, too, is frustrated with the lack of usable evidence in the case and sees his client's detention as unreasonable. He claims the boy never meant to hurt anyone, has never shot a gun in his life, and that he instead was being coerced to send the attack plans by an online hate group known as 764.
He's a kid, and he ended up in a dark place on the internet where people expressed some really awful ideas to him.
Given the tight deadline, a judge Wednesday tentatively setting a trial date for July 8th. But given the majority of the evidence still isn't out there, Haywood finds it hard to believe that trial will begin as planned. Do you guys think that there's any possibility this is going to trial on the 8th?
I think it's a low likelihood, but I can't really say. I can tell you if they give us the materials, we'll be ready to try it on the 8th.
So here's what's happening next. Both sides are going to regroup this coming Monday to discuss where this trial stands. If they have not received the evidence from the FBI at that point, it's likely that the state will have to release this boy from custody until they can come up with that evidence. And given that the state believes he poses a danger to others if released, that is definitely not something they want to see happen. In the studio, Ward Jollis, Fox 12 Oregon.